Hey, thank you for coming to Allstrap. We're going to be your best source for battery-powered steel strapping tools. We know them better than anybody anywhere. So you're going to get our opinions on what makes them good and what makes them bad, and which one is right for your application. Now, this thing is so heavy that when I talk about it, I need to brace it on the table. But the unique thing that they've got here is the cutting plate kind of wiggles a little bit, so it opens up, which is supposed to let it be easier to feed. It looks like smoke to me, but it hasn't broken in the field, so I guess I'm okay with it. It also has got a rocker here that lets the seal come in a little bit crooked, and so it's supposed to have fewer seals come in and jam it up on the front. I've not really seen this work to anybody's advantage in the field, but the good thing is we haven't had them breaking down too much in the field either, so I think it'll be just fine. It's still got that rubber boot on it, so it protects the nose of it a little bit. I like to keep these on because as the guys bang them around or smack them left and right, that rubber boot takes the impact, and so they do get torn off. But when they get torn off, I really like keeping these on because it keeps that jaw stack alive. It'll keep this tool out of maintenance, and it'll keep it running. So the nice thing with this tool is it's able to run in auto, and so there are two buttons on it, a 1 and a 2. When you run an automatic, the 1 does everything. So you hit the 1 button, and the tool's going to zip up, seal, and cut, and then you pull it right off. And so it is really fast and really easy to use. Some people may want more control. If you put ID bands on a coil and it's telescoped a little bit, you can't pull full tension. So that's a great time when you're going to hold the 1 button down, and when you're ready to seal, you flip over and you hit the 2nd button, and that's going to seal and cut it. One of the big differences we want to look at today is kind of the ergonomics of it. So this is the Kodiak tool. Ray, what do you think of this one?
It's heavy, but it's definitely pretty evenly balanced in its weight, and yeah, it's movable. It's doable.
All right. So your right hand always holds the tool, of course. And your left hand is going to be feeding the band into it. Can you try that again with the BPT H32?
Okay. Oh my gosh. That is significantly heavier. I don't know if I could do that with one hand. Well, I couldn't. I couldn't do that with one hand. Definitely not. Wow. Same function?
To me, it's crazy how heavy this one is because all of the weight is up in the nose. And so you've got to have a counterbalance on it. But if you're counterbalancing it, what's the incentive to switch away from the air tool? The battery tools are great because they're mobile until you get this heavy. And then it's just, all the weight's there. I don't know how you'd expect anyone to operate this tool. It just is so heavy. It's crazy. So if you look at the controls on battery versus air tools, on air tools you always are going to be hitting the buttons, and in the PRHR case you're going to be pushing the lever. So you've got a button to operate, and the battery tools have buttons as well. So you can hit the 1 button, which would pull it tight, and then you can hit the 2 button, which will seal it. The advantage of the battery tools is you can also run in auto. So in auto mode on this one, or this one always has the option for auto, you hit the auto button and bam, that thing snaps it up, seals it and cuts it, and you're done. So you just hit 1 button and these guys coast and do the rest of the work. I do really like all of these tools. The brands have been good historically, and so I do think they're nice. We've got a Swiss-made tool, an American-made tool, an American-made tool, and an Italian tool. So they're all from great quality brands in great manufacturing locations, and they do care about their quality. So I do like the Signode PRHR. I do still like the STS R32. I do still like the CR26A. But of course, as the airlines are falling off of all of the tools, you replace them with batteries, which leads us back to the BPT and the Kodiak.
Come to allstrap.com for all of the resources and information for your strapping needs. Check us out, allstrap.com.